hearing stories from all over Durban, from the north, from the south, from the east, from the west. Ancestor worship is still happening, and it's being included in the churches. People are saying, you know how you go to your ancestors to receive permission or to receive blessing to do something, so you need to go through them to get to Jesus so that you can get to God. When I sat in Fort Worth, Texas, and Googled churches in Durban, South Africa, all 10 of the top 10 results were prosperity gospel, and that's not even getting into the weeds of the syncretism that's happening with ancient religious traditions. These people need the real gospel. The local team members have been praying for years for somebody to come along with multimedia expertise. In the meantime, they've been continuing to pray and continuing to operate. He leads a radio Bible study that reaches out to 750,000 people every single week. And people's lives are being changed. There are pastors who are listening to this radio program and saying, I've been teaching a false gospel, and asking for discipleship.
During our time here in South Africa, I've had the amazing privilege of being able to see the work with a ministry called Sound Doctrine Hub, and getting to see the amazing work they're doing to share the truth of the gospel in South Africa has been an awesome experience. During my time with them, I was able to be a guest on their radio program that goes out to 750,000 South Africans, and not just in Durban, but across South Africa. On that program, we wanted to talk about the things that Beautiful Feet is doing that can help South Africa. South Africa carries the burden of having one of the highest gender-based violence numbers in the world. Because of this, nearly every South African woman that you meet has a history of some type of abuse. Unlike America, there are not pregnancy resource centers to help these women. One of the things one of the leaders here said is that it's not very common for a missionary family to come in with two such different ministries. And we are so grateful that God has laid out this crazy life that we've lived to give us both these unique experiences, these unique passions. Additional amazing thing about that is they also complement each other so well. And we have been able to share inspiration and ideas and serve each other as we have served others. And we are so grateful that God has worked it out that way.
Last night when we were leaving the podcast studio and driving one of the other co-workers home, she started to get out of the car in the pouring rain. She opened up the door and she leaned out and she said, "Safe travels home." Wait, no. "Safe journeys for your return visit, and we will see you home soon."